Hello, you're watching Much Ado About Something, and I'm Donna. Well, I'm out here in the backyard. Here we have a backyard and a front yard on this small lot in the city. And today I'm going to forage around this backyard and just show you a few things at this time of the year that I always harvest from our little quarter of an acre lot. It's a little over a quarter of an acre, under a third of an acre, so it's not a very big lot. But I'm out here because it's this time of the year to harvest beautiful, beautiful things. And I'm going to share with you what I harvest today. Now right here under the kids' trampoline, look at this beautiful dandelion. Now isn't that thing something else? And if you watch my show, then you know I harvest dandelions for tea and for other things, other medicinal uses. But this thing was just peeking up at me right here under the kids' trampoline, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to harvest it. I have been already harvesting some dandelions to make different things out of. So I'll just have to throw this one into the mix. Now my dominant arm, which is my right arm, is I have impingement syndrome, so I'm not able to dig like I usually am. But I'll get up what I can today. Now these are beautiful violets. Also going to harvest some of these today. I usually take the root, but I can't get that up. So this is what I'll get today. Now I am going to have to go ahead and feed the chickens because there's no way they're going to let me come out here and harvest and not be begging for food. Well, I went ahead and harvested the eggs while I was at it because they were ready, and I'll go ahead and take them in when I carry in the rest of it. This is what I wanted to share with you the most today. That's the redbuds. Now these beautiful redbud trees are not only beautiful to look at, but they're also edible. These beautiful flowers make a delicious jelly that's something like a fruit. And I'm going to harvest some of these redbuds. I'm going to pluck off some of these buds and flowers to make jelly from this beautiful tree. Now I have two arms, and one of them's injured. And I'm going to have to use two arms, one to hold this bowl. So I'm just going to leave it on the table. And the other to pull off these buds while I hold the camera with my injured arm. So if things are a little shaky, I apologize in advance. I'm trying to get better about it all. But it seems like every time I get started, something else happens. So we're just doing the best we can with what we have today. And today I'm harvesting these redbuds. Now Donald and I have 3 redbud trees on our small property. We planted them for the size. They're not real big trees. And we planted them for the shade and the beauty. And also so we could harvest the fruits, the beautiful redbuds off of them. so that we can make this redbud jelly. It's a very beautiful and unusual jelly, and it makes a great gift, and it makes something special to eat on your toast or bagels or whatever you would like jelly on. It's a real treat. And because these redbuds are in bloom for such a short season, I go ahead and get those while I can. Usually my little granddaughter helps me do this, and she so enjoys doing it, so I'm going to leave another tree for her to help me with, and I'm just going to harvest off of this one tree today. Now these blooms are absolutely beautiful, and they're one of the first trees that you see bloom in the spring. Not a bad job to be doing today. These are absolutely gorgeous. So here's my harvest this morning. These are the redbud flowers. I got this big dandelion and some violets and the eggs from the chickens today. So that's not bad at all. We actually had a light dusting of snow and freezing rain yesterday here where we live. So that covered the ground just a little bit, but it melted away about halfway through the day. Now here in our garden is something that is coming up that I'm going to let grow. This is elecampane, and this is an herb. It's harvested for its roots and for the flowers. Sometimes a lot of people use the flowers. So I've got several elecampane rosettes here growing in my garden, and I'm just going to leave them. Over here some wild lettuce growing. This is in our no dig no till garden. Can give this to the chickens. It does not need to stay in here. Right there is a dandelion growing in amongst this weed. We'll save the dandelion and we'll throw out the weed. There's an elderberry that's planted here beside of our garden. It's in the little gates, but it's going to be on the outer edge of the garden. There's another elecampane, and here's some collards still left in the garden from this year. We'll have to add more compost to this garden this year and go ahead and decide what we're going to put where. Now last year we had the tomatoes up here on the upper end, right across here. But this year we're going to move the tomatoes down here on this end because they seem to have got more sun and more water. The water seemed to drain down that way, and so I think that'll be a better place for the tomatoes right here along the edge. There's some grass growing in here. Definitely got to just pull that grass up and go ahead and put another load of compost on this little garden before we get ready to plant it. Well, I'm back inside. I got a few things foraged out of the backyard. I got the beautiful red buds, and I got enough probably just to make one small batch of jelly. I do have a little bit of jelly left from last year. Here are those beautiful red buds. Now, I've harvested them a little bit earlier this year than I usually do. They've usually already opened out into a flower, a full flower, before I harvest them, but you can harvest them at this stage as well. And I got them a little early because we've had a cold snap, and I don't want it to bite these back and them to get frozen and not be any good. Now these buds, if you leave them on the tree, these blooms, they'll turn into like a bean. This is a dried one from last year. I just picked it up to show you what it looked like. And here are the beautiful jars of Redbud jelly that I made last year. These are the two that I have left. I have this one, and then I have one over here that's left. Most people ask me for this jelly, but I'm going to be particular about who I give it to this year because I'm just going to make a small batch and enjoy that. I have a video on how to make this Redbud jelly on my channel if you'd like to search that, how to make Redbud jelly. It's a full and detailed video, and I'll show you how I made that Redbud jelly. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to visit my channel and watch that video, how to make Redbud jelly. Donald and I got to go out Sunday and celebrate his birthday last month. So we celebrated it late, but it was well worth it. We enjoyed our delicious meal and our time together, and we danced outside the restaurant because we could, because we love each other and we were celebrating, and we had a very good time. And I've been busy. I only had one grandchild today. Normally I don't have any on Monday, but I had one today, and his mom's already picked him up, so we've just had a quiet time here. I've got to go through so much stuff, and I've got to get a few projects done. If it's anything that I can take you along with me, I'll be sure and do that. If you like this kind of thing, remember to subscribe because it helps my channel. If you subscribe to my channel, it helps my algorithm, and hit the like bell, share, and just watch it, or the like button and the notification bell, and just share it with somebody that you think might be interested in this kind of thing. I thank you for letting me take you around the backyard today, forage a few things out there, and I hope you have a very good day, and like always, until next time.